Hello everyone, this is Daniel from fitnessblender.com. Today we're going to be doing a lower body active static strength training routine. So this is going to be a lot of fun. We have both a traditional strength training routine and then a pause or a hold position for each one of these exercises to really focus on not only strength training but also overall endurance of those muscles. So you're going to get a really nice burn out of this one. You have your warm-up and your cool-down included, so you don't need to worry about any of those. The only thing you need is a set of dumbbells if you want to get a little bit more out of this. Otherwise, you can do this body weight only. It just turns it into more of a toning routine as opposed to strength training. All right, with that said, let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get our warm-up going here. We're doing each one of these for 30 seconds. My timer started. So we're starting off with just a side step arm cross. So nice and slow, you're just be stepping side to side. Bring those arms up in front of your chest. So just nice and slow, back and forth. Start relatively small if you need to, if you're feeling particularly tight or if you've been really sedentary recently. But as you start feeling like you're loosening up, start trying to get a little bit more range of motion, or feel free to start moving a little faster as long as you are doing it comfortably on those joints. You're not pushing yourself too far. We're switching to slow high knees here in just a couple seconds. So slow high knees, just bring that knee up as high as you possibly can, back and forth. You're focusing on driving that knee up, using those hip flexors. Like I said, this is a slow motion. We're not doing a quick like hit style high knee. You're more focusing on that range of motion. If you need to start smaller at first, that's perfectly fine. Just try to start working into that range of motion more and more with every step. All right, toe touch circles are next. So feet just about shoulder width apart. You're gonna go down to one side, down, back up, pause, and back around. Pause. Again, if those hamstrings are feeling pretty tight, move slower and don't go quite so low. But the idea is to eventually get down to almost touching those toes, sweeping the ground, and back up. All right, we're doing torso circles next. So we're standing nice and straight and tall. Lock your hips into your legs, and you're just going to be bending at that waist. So doing a nice circle, we're going to pause at the back, reverse it back around in front. So again, start relatively small. And try to improve that range of motion as you can, but only if you're keeping those hips stationary. All right, doing a warrior pose. So bend that left knee. We're going to hand those arms out, pulse down, full extension on that left knee, and then right back down again. Just nice, slow movement. And again, start with a shorter, a smaller range of motion and build up as you go. Keep those lungs open, no holding your breath. We're going to be focusing on those legs quite a lot today, so we need to kind of get that blood pumping as quick as we can. All right, switch sides. Same thing with the right knee, arms up, pulse down as low as is comfortable, and then bring that leg back up, but don't completely lock it out. You want to keep it just a little bit soft. The lower you go, better, but again, only if you can control it and only if it feels comfortable on those joints. All right, back up. We're doing an alternating lunge. So step off to one side. Just gonna step out with one leg, right back up, step out with the other. Keep those lungs open. Try to get that knee as close to the ground as you can. Keep that torso straight up and down. No leaning forward. You want to keep it straight up. All right, boxer shuffle next. So up on the ball of that foot. Just transitioning back and forth, nice and quick. Keep those lungs open. Warming up those ankles and those calves a little bit more. All right, moving to a sumo squat. So feet really nice and wide apart, as wide as is comfortable. You can go straight down the middle, come off to one side, lift that leg, straight down the middle, off to the other side, lift that leg. Again, keep trying to challenge that range of motion. And into jumping jacks. Feet together, arms come up as those legs come apart. Start out relatively slow if you need to, and start speeding it up as you feel more comfortable and you feel like you're a little bit more warmed up. Keep those arms nice and straight. All right, let it relax. Grab yourself some dumbbells if you're using dumbbells today. We'll be right back to start into that first set of strength. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get ready for our first group of strength. Go ahead and grab your dumbbells if you don't have them already. We're going to be going through 6 different exercises. It's going to be 3 active exercises and 3 static holds, mimicking the active exercise we were just doing. So we're going through all of these 45 seconds a piece with a 15-second break in between. Let me go ahead and get my timer started. Let's get this going. All right, I'm using 40 pounds for my first. And this is going to be just a sumo squat. So everybody get ready. Or sorry, excuse me, a ski squat. So feet really nice and close together. You're going to drop straight down in the middle. Keep that back nice and flat. Right back up. So again, make sure you're trying to mimic the angle of your shin and the angle of your chest. And that'll make sure you've got a nice even disbursement of weight between your toe and your heel. You want to make sure that you're as even as possible rather than leaning too far on your toe or too far on your heel. Remember, this is just time. So if you want to turn it into a little bit more of a cardio exercise, you can use a little bit less weight and move a little faster through these repetitions. If you want it to be a bit more of just pure strength, then slow the repetitions down and use a little bit more weight. All right, go ahead and drop that dumbbell. So we're going to do that same exact motion, but this time without weight, and we're going to hold it at the bottom. We're going to try to get through the full 45 seconds. If you can't make it all the way through, that's fine. Come up for a break, right back down. So drop it down. Remember, knees shoulder width apart or closer. You're just going to hold it right there. Make sure your knees are straight in line with your hips, right over top of those feet. Ooh, man, this is already burning only like 15 seconds in. Okay. Whew. Up, let's shake out if you need to. Right back down. Ooh, only 10 seconds left. All right, let it relax. All right, we're doing lunges next with your left leg forward. You're gonna drop the weight on this just a smidge. So going down to 30 pounds per hand. So step forward with your left leg first. Down, touch that knee if you can. Back up, left leg again. So just doing a lunge on that one side over and over. Get that knee, that rear knee as close to the ground as you can. But don't let it completely rest on the ground. Keep that torso straight up and down. Few more seconds left. All right, drop those dumbbells. Just like last time, now we're doing a static hold. So again, with that left leg forward. Drop it down. Get that rear leg as close to the ground as you can hold comfortably. Nothing like doing a nice strength training exercise beforehand to just wear those muscles out before you even get to use them. Oh, yeah. Second round of this is gonna be fun. All right, just go to that happy place. Try to hold it for as long as you can each time. All right, let it relax. I'm gonna use the same exact weight because we're gonna do the opposite side. We're gonna do right leg forward this time. Step it out and back up. Same leg over and over. Keep those lungs open, torso straight up and down. Try to touch that rear knee to the ground ever so lightly. How are those legs feeling? Remember, we've got another set of all of these. So keep in mind if you need to increase weight or decrease weight, depending on how those legs are feeling. Again, same thing. This time right leg forward, doing that static hold. Step it forward. Make sure you're not leaning on that front leg. You have a tendency to want to cheat a little bit by putting your weight on it. So keep back, keep your arms on either your waist, behind your head, just out of the way so you're not touching those legs. Try to stay as low as you can. Try to give yourself just a couple of seconds rest before you jump right back into it. Whew. Just a few seconds. All right, let it relax. We've got ski squats coming up again. Select your weight. I'm going to try, actually, you know what, I'm going to stay right where I am. I'm going to keep it down at 30. Again, starting with those knees nice and close together. Down as low as is comfortable. Right back up. Now you can probably already tell, compared to a traditional strength training routine, those legs are already burning like crazy. And that's exactly what we're shooting for. Because believe it or not, wearing them out just a little bit makes that muscle fiber a little bit easier to tear. Those micro tears that help you build strength and size. So if you're not looking to build size, just use less weight. Try to move a little bit more quickly. If you are trying to build size, slow it way down and try to add a little more weight. All right, drop those dumbbells. Again, go into that static hold. And drop it down. Again, don't touch those legs. Keep those arms out of the way. Shake those legs out if you need to. Stay down if you can hold it longer than me, by all means do so. You're always trying to do better than me or better than you did last time. That's a good burn. Just keep pushing through it. Just a few seconds left. Let it relax. All right. Back to those lunges, starting with that left leg first. I'll drop about 5 pounds off. So using 25 pounds per hand. All right, left leg first. Or I should say left leg only. Remember, if you want to make this more of a toning routine, you can even go just body weight. Just try to move a little bit faster. All right, let that relax. Doing that static hold next. Just hold it as long as you can. Take a break, then reset. Left leg out. Right knee down as close to the ground as you can get it, but don't touch. Whew. That is a good burn. You're walking funny after this. 3, 2, 1. Whew. All right, shake those legs out. We're doing the same thing on the opposite side. Grab those dumbbells. Right leg lunges this time. Start them up. Try to get that rear knee down nice and low. Torso stays straight up and down. Okay, now that static hold. Right leg out, drop it down and hold as best you can. Whew. All right, that is the end of our first group. Grab a drink of water. We'll be right back. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get ready for group number 2. We're doing the same style of thing, but different exercises this time. So let me go ahead and get my timer started. Drop that off. We're starting off with a deadlift, straight leg deadlift. So I'm going to be using 30 pounds per hand for this. Just keep a nice flat back the entire time. Slight bend in those knees, tip forward as far as it's comfortable, right back up. Just make sure that back stays flat. You want to make sure that back is like a tabletop. No rounding those shoulders forward. Now you might feel that these exercises feel a lot different after having to do that static hold. Those legs might be really nice and tired, might start already feeling pretty jello-y. So if you need to, feel free to drop your weights. But if you're feeling strong, by all means challenge yourself. All right, drop those dumbbells. Just like before, now we're doing a static hold. So flat back, feet just about a little wider than shoulder width apart or hip width apart. Flat back, tipping straight forward, slight bend in those knees. You're gonna go as close to parallel to the ground as you can, 90 degree on those hips, and you're just gonna hold it there. Just keep those lungs open. Like I said, knees slightly bent. If you wanna go into something a little bit more difficult, if this is not quite enough for you, just bring those hands up by the sides of that head, or full extension on those arms, and that leverage just adds a little bit more weight. Otherwise, hands tucked in nice and close to your chest to make it a little easier. And back up straight and tall. We're doing side lunges next, so I'm going to be dropping my weight to 20 pounds per hand. So kind of take a sumo squat position, feet up nice and wide, dumbbells in front of those legs. We're going to start with just your left leg. So you're going to bend that left knee back up to a straight position. Remember, bend it out as far as is comfortable, and don't lock that knee when you come back up to the top. You can get that out there. Just take your time, nice slow movement, as much range of motion as you can. If those legs are starting to feel unstable, or if you don't feel you can control them, then drop that weight. Otherwise, if you're feeling strong, try to use the most weight you can while still having clean form. And let that relax. And dropping those dumbbells, we are now going to be doing that side lunge static. So feet out really nice and wide again. Drop just that left knee out to the side. Just go down as low as is comfortable and hold. Depending on what kind of surface you're standing on, you might feel your feet kind of slowly sliding apart. Just go ahead and let them go. And then if they start getting too far, just kind of step back in and reset. Again, if you need to give that little bit of a break on those muscles, by all means do so. About 10 seconds left. All right, same thing on the other side. So grab those weights again. Whatever you use for your left leg, you're gonna match on your right. Never do different weights for different sides of your body. All right, feet nice and wide again. This time, going to the right. Try to get that thigh as parallel to the ground as you can. That torso is staying straight up and down, no leaning forward or leaning back. Remember, try to keep that knee slightly soft. Don't lock it out. Starting to slide a little bit. 10 seconds left. All right, drop those dumbbells. Okay, back out again. This time, static hold to the right. Drop it down. Keep that foot in line with your knee or your thigh. You don't want it turned in and then your knee going off to the side. You want that foot straight in line with that leg. So make sure you're lined up nice and straight. Torso straight up and down. Again, try to get that thigh as close to parallel to the ground as you can. No touching those legs. I'm starting to try to cheat a little bit. You're going to find yourself kind of pushing down, kind of braces your legs. So you're going to try to find any way you can to make it easier for yourself. So just keep checking. And let it relax. All right, we're starting back over with that deadlift. 30 pounds per hand. Dumbbells in front, knees slightly bent, down as low as is comfortable, back up. Keep that back nice and flat. So normally with a deadlift, I'd be using closer to 50 pounds per hand or more, but because of the nature of these exercises of having to do that static hold on all these different movements, I'm cutting my weight down quite a bit to make sure I can keep that form nice and clean. So make sure you don't ever compare to what you used to do. All right, gonna let her drop. Anytime you do something new, you always want to kind of reset your expectations on what you can lift and how much you can do. All right, flat back, static hold, tip straight forward, slight bend in those knees. As close to parallel to the ground as you can, just hold it. All those muscles through your lower back, through that entire spine are going to be nice and contracted to hold that back flat. And those glutes and hamstrings are going to be nice and tight to hold this position. Little breaks if you need them. And let it relax. All right, back to that side lunge. Drop that weight. Feet out nice and wide. Dumbbells in front of those legs. Start with that left leg. Keep those lungs open. Torso straight up and down. Make sure that toe is in line with your thigh. Relax, drop those dumbbells. Static hold on the left side again. Just go to that happy place. Focus on that movement. Just drop it down and hold. Those legs are going to be nice and stiff and sore tomorrow. Make sure you get in some stretching tomorrow to loosen them up a little bit. Like I said before, depending on the surface you're on, those legs might slip a little bit, so just keep squeezing back in. All right, same thing on the other side. Dumbbells in front of those thighs, feet up nice and wide. With that right leg this time, nice and slow, push it off to the side and back up. Don't completely lock it out. That toe in line with that thigh. Whoop. All right, static hold. Feet nice and wide. Drop it out and hold it. This is our last one. Let me get another break before we jump back in. And don't touch those thighs. I keep trying to cheat. I keep catching myself. It's 10 seconds left. Just keep it going. Focus on what you're doing. Keep those lungs open. And let it relax. All right. Shake those legs out, grab a drink of water. We'll be right back to finish that third and final set of strength here in just a second. All right, everybody, we've got 3 new exercises with their corresponding static exercises. And good news, these are a little bit easier than the last one, so this one's me just a little bit of reprieve compared to the last 2 sets. So let me get my timer started here. We're starting off with just a traditional calf raise. I'm using both feet, and I'm going to be using 30 pounds, just one dumbbell at 30 pounds. That way, I can lean it up against the wall to help me keep my balance. So, feet together, nice and close. Just going to press up on those toes, back down. Keep those lungs open, torso straight up and down. Remember which hand you have the dumbbell in, because we're going to switch sides when we do our second set of these. It's just a little bit of a difference, but you always want to make sure you're even left to right. Almost done. And drop that dumbbell. Now for our static hold. Same exact position. Come up on those toes. Keep it up on the ball of that foot as best you can. Just hold it. Try to keep your weight evenly dispersed between your left and your right foot. Try not to lean more on one side than the other. Few seconds left. Let it relax. All right, this next one, if you have ankle weights, you can use this to add a little extra weight to it. Otherwise, we're just using body weight. So we're doing a side leg raise, that left leg only. All right, so stand straight up and down, or straight up and tall. No leaning forward, no leaning back, no leaning to the side. You're gonna try to keep your torso straight up and down as you lift that leg out and up. Just breathe normally, keep those lungs open. Nice slow raise with that leg. Make sure you're not just swinging it up there. There's a few seconds left. Let it relax. All right, we're going to try that static hold. This is not going to last so very long unless you just have freakishly strong legs or you're a dancer or something like that. So try to hold that leg up there as high as you can, as long as you can. Don't feel bad if you can't do it for very long. All right, so stand nice and straight and tall, torso up. Leg up off to the side. You're probably going to feel those muscles to the outside of that hip just screaming at you because we've worked them really hard today for overall balance and control. Try to keep that torso straight up and down, trying to lean off to the side. Probably gonna feel it in that leg you're standing on as well. 10 seconds. Try to keep pushing through it as best you can. Oh, I gave out just a few seconds early. All right, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side now. All right, so that right leg, standing straight up and down. Try to lean off to the side. We're gonna lift that right leg this time. And begin. So this is your active motion. Full range on this as much as you can. Those muscles are probably feeling really, really tight, really full. Maybe even starting to feel like they're going to try to cramp up on you. Just listen to your body. Stop if you need to. But if you feel strong, just keep pushing through it and make those muscles work. Just 10 seconds left. Try to get a few more repetitions in there. All right, let it relax. Now for that static hold. Keep those lungs open, torso straight up and down. Lift it up and hold. Woo. Oh, yeah, that muscle is giving out. Try to do your best, the best you can. Hold it for as long as possible. Oh. Okay, those muscles are really tired, but we have one more set of each one of those. So we're starting off with that calf raise again. Like I said, remember which arm you had last time. We're gonna do the exact opposite. So up on those toes. There's not a huge difference with this. It's just when you're using weight on one side of your body and not the other, you can build up imbalances that you're not necessarily intending to. So you want to make sure you always try to be as even as possible. And that's something to always check out for, to watch for when you're ever doing someone else's workout videos, you're doing one of your own workouts. Always, always, always do the same amount of weight, same number of repetitions on left and right, front to back. All right, we're doing that hold next. Come up on those toes, flex up on the ball of that foot as hard as you can, and hold it. Keep those lungs open, torso straight up and down, really flexing through those calves. Relax. All right, 2 more exercises. Side leg raise again. This one is going to be rough. Go to that happy place. Focus on your form. Do the best you can. Nice straight up and down. Left leg first. Up and out to the side. Doing that active motion. 10 seconds left. Let it relax. All right, we've got that static hold next. Do the best you can. Keep that leg as high as you can for as long as you can. Again, take those breaks if you need to. Can hardly balance over here. Okay. If you need to lean up against something for balance, by all means do so. Man, all those hip flexors, all those small controlling muscles, and those big muscles for that matter, are just shot. They are tired. But just try to focus, push it through as best you can. All right, one more on the other side. Doing our active first. All right, bring that leg up and out to the side. Back down. Try to get as much range of motion out of there as you can. There'll be a lot of people out there that probably have a lot more range of motion than me. That's perfectly fine. Just try to do the best you can. Everybody's a little bit different. Everybody has a different amount of strength, endurance, and flexibility. So only compare yourself to yourself and what you did last time. Whew. Oh. Ooh, that's a good burn. All right, just that static hold left. All right, lift that right leg. Hold it as best you can. That left hip is burning out just as much as your right. Just keep going back. Trying to get through this whole 45 seconds. No giving up. You can always rest, but don't give up. Go to that happy place. Just 5 more seconds. Whew. Oh. All right, shake those legs out, grab a drink of water. We're gonna do our cool down here in just a second. All right, all we have left is our cool downs. Let me get my timer started. Doing each one of these for 30 seconds. Starting off with right over left or left over right. We're gonna do both. So you're gonna take your left leg, put it over top of your right, keep that right leg straight. You're gonna tip straight forward, start with a flat back. Stretch out that hamstring. And round that back over, stretch down towards those toes. Remember that right leg is going to stay straight. All right, switch sides. So right leg's over top of your left this time. Start with a flat back. And round those shoulders. Back up straight. We're doing a wide toe touch next, so get those feet out really nice and wide. Go straight down in the middle. Keep those legs straight. Just kind of find where you need to stretch. It's going to be a little different for everybody. Just kind of wiggle around just a little bit. Just straight down the center might be good enough. Might feel through those hamstrings, that lower back. And again, you can kind of shift your weight left to right. Get a little different stretch out of it. All right, we're doing inside thigh next. We're going to do that left leg first. Just a slight bend on that knee, leaning back towards that straight leg. So you're actually bending your left knee, stretching your right. Should feel it through the inside of that thigh, almost all the way out towards your knee. Probably going to feel more of the stretch up towards your groin though. Just try to press that hip down as far as you can, as far as is comfortable, and switch sides. Remember, you're just trying to get a little bit of stretch here. You don't want it to hurt, you just want to feel that tension there. And as it starts to loosen up, you just push into it a little bit more. All of these stretches we're doing right now would be good ones to come back to tomorrow if you're feeling particularly tight. All right, we're doing a seated toe touch. You're going to sit down on the ground. I'm going to kick that left leg out, leaning over towards the side this time rather than straight down on it. Trying to get that hamstring as well as that torso. So you should feel stretch all the way out here as well as behind your leg. Same thing on the other side. Switch sides. Tuck that opposite leg in. Reach down towards that toe. If you can't reach it, that's fine. Just over top. Trying to get a good stretch again on that hamstring and that torso. Relax. We're going to do a butterfly stretch next. Just get right at the center. Bring those feet together. Pull them in as close as is comfortable. Then use the muscles to the outside of your thighs. If there's anything left, to pull those legs down to the side. You should feel that stretch through the inside of your groin. All right, deep glute stretch next. On your back, right leg over top of your left. Grab behind your left thigh and pull in. As always, make sure you're not grabbing that shin. You don't want to compress that knee. You want to grab behind that thigh. You're going to feel that stretch through the glute on that right leg. As it loosens up, just pull in a little bit more. Switch sides. Left leg over top of right. Grab behind that right thigh and pull in. Again, just pull in as close as comfortable until you start feeling that tension in that hip. And as soon as it starts to loosen up on you a little bit, just pull in a little bit more. All right. If those legs are still feeling a little bit tight, by all means, feel free to go through and do a few more stretches like standing quad stretch, calf stretch, those kinds of things. You can always add more in, but for us, this workout is complete. Thanks guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.